What's up, YouTube family? It's your boy Tab back again with another YouTube video. Sorry guys, sorry that I've been a little MIA. Things do get a little hectic and I have been a little bit busy. You know what I mean? My daily routine, I'm trying to stay consistent and disciplined with that. It's been a lot that's going on. A little update with what's going on with me is the fact that, I have a new job now, so I'm trying to adjust to the new job setting and, everything that has to do with the job, just learning the ins and outs of the job, making sure I understand, what is required of me and stuff like that. Been busy a lot just studying and trying to understand what I need to understand about the new job. And just adjusting, period, being here in Virginia. As you guys know, I just moved here in September and I'm still adjusting, still trying to figure out some things. Every day now, I have a routine, which I'm trying to be as consistent and as disciplined to this routine. Those are two of the biggest things that I want to make sure I'm doing in this season. So the two biggest words for me right now is consistency and discipline. I'm trying to stay very consistent in my routine and everything that I do. And I'm trying to stay disciplined. You know what I mean? Like, one of my definitions of being disciplined is doing it even when I don't want to do it. So I'm trying my best to be as disciplined as possible and just get stuff done and do things the right way. You know what I mean? My typical day is waking up as early as 5 a.m. and making sure I roll out of bed and I roll on my knees and pray. That's the first thing I do when I do get up. And after that, after that, I always make sure I go and read the word. You know what I mean? There's this thing that I heard Les Brown said. He mentioned the first 30 minutes of your day is controlled by what you listen to. So I make sure as soon as I get up out of bed, I pray and then I read the word. After that, I usually take an hour and a half to prepare for work. But as I'm preparing for work, I'm on YouTube listening to a motivational video, something that, will lift my spirits up. You know what I mean? Because that's what I want to control my day. Listening to those things. I'm against listening to junk early in the morning. I'm against that because, like Les Brown had mentioned, those things do control your day. So that's my big thing. So I also want to speak on crisis, because I have faced a little bit of crisis while being here in Virginia for the little time I've been here. I do think crisis is something that happens to all of us. You know what I mean? All of us go through things. Things suddenly happen. And just like myself, I've had some hiccups here and there while just being here in Virginia for the little while I've been here, and one of my biggest things about crisis, I don't look at crisis as a bad thing. I call crisis an opportunity, because crisis is an opportunity to grow. And I always relate that to the good times, to the happy times. When the kids are being good, when your wife is being a great wife, when your husband is being an amazing husband, when the finances are well, when everything is just going great, you're not typically growing your best during those times. Not to say, those times aren't situations where everyone wants to experience. I understand that. But I'm saying at that time, you're in more of a relaxing mode. You know what I mean? As opposed to crisis now, right? Crisis gives you that opportunity to grow in a sense where it's going to test your character. Whether it might be the finances is not right at the moment, you've had a bad breakup, you're having family issues, the kids are going nuts. Just everything is falling apart. During those times, your mind is at its sharpest. You ever notice when things are going so terrible, all of a sudden you want to drop on your knees and pray to God? Yeah, crisis gives you that sense of urgency, you know what I mean? It lets you make adjustments faster, and it just gets you on your toes a little bit. But the best thing about crisis is it only happens for a season, but never let it happen for a season and you're not growing from it. You're not learning anything from it, because that's mainly what it's here for. It builds patience. It corrects your character if it has to, but it builds your character. It makes you stronger in a way. And without crisis, I don't think we would be growing. You know what I mean? Because we wouldn't know how to adjust. If there's no crisis, how are we learning? If nothing bad happens to us, how are we going to learn from our mistakes? How are we going to learn from what not to do next time? Crisis is actually a really good thing, and I do see it as an opportunity. So, I just want to encourage someone to let them know it doesn't matter what you're going through. It's there not to let you fall flat on your face, not to just put you down where you can't get back up, but it's there to help you be a better person. It's there to strengthen you, to make sure you do better next time or teach you a lesson. There's something to learn out of it always. Albert Einstein, he said this quote that will never leave me. It will always stick to me. He said, adversity introduces a man to himself. So I thought that was a powerful quote, and it always sticks with me because it's so true. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Like, when crisis come, it really shows who you are. You know what I mean? It's going to show you up. It's going to expose your flaws. It's going to expose how good you are during situations. It's going to expose everything about who you are. You know what I mean? And I think that's the best thing about it. It introduces you to who you really are. So if you're like, oh my God, when this comes, if I'm going to act like this, if I'm going to take on these challenges as they come, listen, it's just going to test you. So I just wanted to come on here, give you guys a quick update of what's going on with me. Yes, I've faced my little hiccups. I faced my little battles. But listen, it ain't nothing that's going to keep me down. It's going to always keep me going because I look at crisis as an opportunity. And I hope you guys, after this video, will start looking at crisis as an opportunity. You know what I mean? Listen, it's the only time we're going to grow. It's the only time we're going to get better. It's going to teach us a lesson. You know what I mean? And most of the times, you learn lessons from going through crisis or whatever is going on in your life that is not the times where you're smiling and happy and everyone is just singing good songs. You know what I mean? But that's all I have for you guys today. So, peace.